Welcome to the Wednesday Warrior Wrap-Up, where we take a look at some of the awesome news and reveals of this week. First up on the Wednesday Warrior Wrap-Up is some news that isn't new items, but opportunities. The Hasbro Transformers team heard people's and saw people's need for the Ultra Magnus from Studio Series, the Commander Class one, and the Deluxe Beachcomber. Both of these figures skyrocketed in the secondary market extremely, like 3 times their price almost. And Hasbro saw that, Transformers team saw that and went, hey guys, we want to help you out. So we're going to reissue these in 2025, which is this year. And they went up. And it's crazy because the Ultra Magnus was surprising to me because that was a standalone Commander class from the Studio Series. I really thought there'd be more of a chance for people to get it. Plus it was a pre-order, so I was surprised the pre-orders sold out. And that they just didn't have enough, and so it went up to like $300 on eBay. Someone bought one for $350, I think, just this month. People were talking about that, so now is your chance to get it. It's still available. I have links in the description down below for pre-orders on Big Bad Toys, Entertainment Earth, and Hasbro Pulse if you want to go get it. And then with the Beachcomber, that kind of made sense because Beachcomber, I believe, was towards the end of that Legacy Evolution, I think it was, because it does Legacy Evolution, Legacy United. And there's this thing called end of wave syndrome, which means that towards the end of a wave of a set of figures, the likelihood of seeing them on shelves is a lot lower. So that's when you want to pre-order them online. I know sometimes it sucks with shipping if you buy it on certain websites, but most websites have really good shipping offers right now. Like Big Bad Toys does their, $4, $5 flat rate shipping. Amazon, if you can get there, does free shipping if you have the premium, which I know a lot of people do, the Amazon Prime and all that. So he ended up becoming harder to get because stores didn't put them up as much. I didn't see any where I live. So I know that it was, that end of wave syndrome, but it went up to like 115. Some people were selling it for 115 and it was selling for that. And that's just crazy to think. So now's your chance to get them again. The links are in the description down below. I'm very excited they're doing this. I hope they do this with other stuff. I know they just did it with Dark of the Moon Shockwave. For the Bayverse fans, they did the Jetfire during the Revenge of the Fallen pack. So it's really nice to see that Hasbro's seen these items that are going for triple digits and giving us a chance to get them back at retail or a little bit higher with the modern retail. And over at NECA Toy News, they gave us some Turtle Tuesday fun. And they gave us a reveal of Grammy, April O'Neil from The Last Ronin with 2 turtles that I'm having the hardest time remembering their names, but you can see them here. And so this item will be going up for sale on the NECA store in the future. They just wanted to show it off, let people know, hey, this is coming for you Last Ronin fans. I know there's a lot of people who collect the Last Ronin stuff because that comic series was incredible. The whole story was a darker, grittier, kind of goes back to the way the turtles used to be. It takes it even a step further, and the toys have been incredible as they come out. They've done accessory packs, they've done all the turtles, I believe. They've done even the Ghost Turtles, which we covered before on here. So I just wanted to kind of point out this awesome Turtle Tuesday thing and let people know that it is coming. It's really cool looking. I, for one, got the Last Run itself, but haven't really bought a lot of the rest of the collection because I just don't know how much I want to invest into that, even though it's amazing. But yeah. No links yet. We'll be going up on the NECA store later on, and then probably all your favorite fan channel sites. And over in the Bandai Premium site and the S.H.Figuarts stuff, the Dragon Ball Broly, which is kind of like the first time Broly, like before he had the Dragon Ball Super Broly. This is just Dragon Ball Broly with the yellow hair, the red tunic kind of thing and the stuff. So this is like the OG Broly, if I'm correct. I don't know everything about Broly, but I know this is the older version, and it's supposed to celebrate the anniversary of Dragon Ball with this character, and they're putting out a lot of cool Dragon Ball stuff at S.H.Figuarts. I used to collect it a lot, but I had to cut back and not do as much. So I myself won't be getting this, but the link is in the description down below if you want to get it. It's an amazing figure. I think my Broly right now that I have is the one from Comic-Con a while back. That's the one that I have for my Broly. Same kind of Broly, but, a little different. I think the one I got has, clear hair because he's going Super Saiyan mode. This one's kind of semi-clear, too. But yeah, really cool offering if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you want to celebrate the anniversary. And over in McFarlane Toy News, we have a look at some more McFarlane DC Multiverse figures that went live. The links, of course, will be in the description down below. First up, we have Tempest from the DC Universe. We have, of course, the Dark Flash, new kid in town. We got a look at the Superman from the animated 1940s series. I'm really hoping this means we'll get the robots that fought him in that 1940s series, because that was one of the oldest American transforming robots kind of situation. As a transforming robot and robot fan, it'd be fun to get those. So hopefully we'll get like a deluxe version of that to fight him, where you could make the numbers different or something like that, because there was a couple of them. And then we have a look at a GameStop exclusive Rocket Icon, I believe. Iconic, or I feel bad if I'm saying the name wrong, but it is a gold label exclusive to GameStop. I think it was originally supposed to be a McFarlane store exclusive, but then GameStop got it. So the link is in the description down below for that if you want to pre-order it. But all 4 of these figures are available now. They're really incredible looking. I'm really excited for that Superman. I might get that one, I don't know. It's kind of like the Christopher Reeve Superman? Did I say that right? But the original movie Superman that came out, GameStop still has it for about $30. So I'm thinking about picking that up, because those 2 Supermans are really cool. Because I have my, classic Superman, and I have, a modern Superman. It'd be fun to get these 2. And then I think I even have the animated Superman. But I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to collect too many Supermans. But this one is really cool, because it is, the 1940s cartoon one. And it's really awesome. But yeah, those are 4 DC figures that went live. Let me know in the comments down below if you were excited for any of these ones. And in more McFarlane Toy News, the Superpower Friends had a new wave go live. And that includes Tim Drake Robin, the Atom, Ray Palmer, and then the Flash, who I'm pulling a blank on his secret identity name, and then Lobo. So these are really cool if you collect the Superpower Friends stuff. I'm excited to see that they're still going, and that we have another wave coming out for people who collect that. I know that McFarlane's been killing it with that stuff. He's been doing a really good job putting that stuff out there. I feel kind of bad, because it's like Marvel had something like that with their Marvel 5.4 action figures that were really popular for a while, and it just kind of fell off. And they just kept going with Marvel Legends, and then they have those superhero kid ones now that they're doing different versions of. But to see that the Superpower Friends are still going, and we're getting other versions of characters and characters that we never got and stuff like that, I'm very excited for that, for the fans of it. But yeah, the link's in the description down below for them if you want to pick them up. They're available for pre-order, and they'll be coming out later on this year. And over in Super 7 news, Super 7 has some awesome reaction figures to reveal for us. There's a set of Conan the Barbarian, the movie figures coming out. We got some, I believe, Ultimate figures in the past. I feel like they've talked about these before, but we now officially have a pre-order link for the Conan the Barbarian Resurrection, or when he comes back, and he's ready to kick butt, which is the first and only figure available right now. The link is in the description down below. And then there is an image of the rest of the figures that will be coming out in this wave, including the pit fight, Conan and his allies and Warpaint, and then the villain character, which I'm pulling a blank on his name right now. I know the image shows the names, so you could see all the names there. But yeah, so those will all be coming out at a later date to add more Conan the Barbarian to your collection. I, for one, think this is really cool. I really wish they do Reaction Plus for these, so hopefully in the future we'll get a Reaction Plus Conan set with not just this one, but the comics and the other media of Conan kind of in Reaction Plus wave, which is the articulated reaction figures that have the joints and everything like that move and things like that. So I'm hoping we'll get that with these, so we can have some 3-inch articulated Conan figures, both from the movie and the comics. Because I know we got, I believe, a comic Conan a while back. We also got Ultimates versions, and I believe we got Ultimate versions of the movie ones. So it's fun to see this. So hopefully after this they'll do articulated ones, and maybe they'll do a glow-in-the-dark Conan the Barbarian comic figure, or maybe one of the villains, because I always love when they do glow-in-the-dark versions. And over in Mattel Toy News, we have some interesting Mattel Toy News. Mattel made a post and a separate account for something called Mattel Brick Shop, which sounds like Mattel is going to be doing their own version of Lego, but their own thing. You can actually see in the image here, that there's little studs that say Mattel on them, kind of like there's little studs that say Lego on them. So I don't know what this entails. I know that Mattel has the Mega Constructs line, and they bought Mega Bloks and Mega Constructs, and now they own it. So maybe now they're just going to get rid of the Mega Bloks and Mega Constructs title and just have Mattel Brick Shop now, where everything you like from Mattel and some other licenses that license out to them are in brick form. I know we just recently got a Fallout set. We got a Skyrim set. So Bethesda's doing some stuff with them, so we might see some other Bethesda sets. We had the Masters of the Universe stuff. I mean, I'm excited for this because if it means they're putting out more Masters of the Universe brick sets, and they do, you know, a TMNT crossover, we can get some TMNT back into the brick sets. And then also if they want to do Thundercats, because I know they just talked about doing Thundercats with Masters of the Universe, so we might see Thundercats come back. Maybe, you know, some other franchises that Mattel has they could do in brick form. I know they've done Monster High, but this is just exciting to see that they're going to be doing something. So it means that we'll probably have Mattel Creations for all the action figures and other stuff, and then Mattel Brick Shop for everything that's brick based, with the minifigures and everything like that, and it will be its own website and its own social. And I mean, if you're going to give it its own social and its own website, you're obviously going to be putting out a lot. So this is exciting news. I don't think anyone has come out and tried to, you know, compete with Lego when it comes to brick building since Mega Bloks. I know Playmobil is kind of like that, but it's not really brick system. So this will be exciting to see. I'm hoping, you know, they can get some really cool stuff out there. And then I believe we talked about this a while ago. I don't know if we did. If we didn't, I'll talk more about it now. But the Loyal Subjects company, who has Strawberry Shortcake and Rainbow Bride, and they do their own TMNT stuff, and they do, you know, they did Avatar: The Last Airbender, they've done some other franchises, but they did a deal with, I believe, Mattel and Hasbro to get some of their licensing to make things that, you know, Mattel and Hasbro kind of have on the back burner, and they're not really worried about right now. So we talked about it a bit, I think, ago. If not, they got from Hasbro, they got the Gem in the Holograms, which you can see here that we have a 12-inch figure with all kinds of accessories and stuff. And then they got I believe Mask, and I don't know if Hasbro owns the license to this or if someone else does, but they also got ROM Space Knight. So they're going to be doing reissue kind of retro figures of Gem and the Holograms with 12-inch doll. They're going to be doing a ROM Space Knight that looks like the classic ROM Space Knight, and they're going to do Mask figures that look like the old Mask figures that are like, I think they're like, what, 2-3 inches tall, and they come with the vehicles, which I've been telling all my friends in the toy market and stuff like that, you know, buy older toys and flip them, to be careful, because when these come out, it's like when Hasbro did the reissues of G.I. Joes and Transformers, and people were finding them at Goodwills and discount stores going, oh my goodness, and then they look at the stamp and it says 2000, like 20 something, or things like that. So something we have to be careful about, that when they do these reproductions that look pretty much close, got to keep your eye out for that if you're, you know, buying the retro ones and you want a classic one for your collection, that these will be out there. And on the same note, Mattel is doing it with My Pet Monster and My Buddy and Me, which we have an image here of, which is really exciting. So there's a now official date that most of these products will be probably exclusive to Walmart first, because Walmart will be getting the Gem and the My Buddy and Me on February 1st, and then they'll go to every other retailer and e-tailer come summertime. So probably around, you know, the summer peak, like June, July, they'll be like, you know, when they're resetting the shelves, you'll see them at Targets and, you know, maybe GameStop or anywhere else that sells Loyal Subjects. I know Ross, Loyal Subjects promoted that Ross had their turtles, so I don't know if that means that Ross is a partner with them and they actually get these items too sometimes. But yeah, really cool information. I'm excited for the Mask and the ROM Space Knight and the My Pet Monster. I can't wait to see what they look like. Just some really awesome news. Let me know in the comments down below if you're excited for any of these, if there's any of these that you had when you were a kid that, you know, you're going to be nostalgic and excited to get, you know, newer versions, because the older versions are kind of pricey and all that fun stuff. And in comics we think look incredible this week and we're excited for, we've got 4 comics to talk about this week. First up is another one of the What If Galactus Transformed, and this time it is Spider-Gwen. So I just wanted to cover that because this series of comics has been kind of fun. And then we have 3 other comics to talk about. First up is the Star Wars A New Legacy, I believe, issue 1. It might be a one-shot too. It's the 10th anniversary of Marvel Comics doing the Star Wars stuff, because they got the Star Wars license, I think, about 10 years ago, which is funny because years ago, Star Wars was made by Marvel anyways. Back when, the toys, comics, TV, or / movie was a big thing. You get the trifecta to get kids interested in it. So they're doing their 10-year anniversary of the, having Marvel Comics have Star Wars again. And then next up are 2 80s themed shows / comics and toys and everything like that I'm very excited about. First up is from Dynamite Studios, the comic company. They're going to be doing Silverhawks #1, and I'm so excited to see Silverhawks getting all the love between Super 7, Ramen Toys, and now Dynamite Studios. So I'm very excited to see where this comic, starts off, if it's like a what happened after the show, or what, just a retell of the show, or any of that stuff. It's very exciting. And then the last comic we have to talk about is from the NECA from Oni Print or Publishing. It is Power Lords #1, and as you know, Power Lords is getting itself kind of back out there through NECA, kind of like Robot Force and Sectoids and Cows of Moon Mesa and Biker Mice from Mars, which I'm very excited about. I actually just recently shared the trailer for the new Robo Force that will be going up on Tubi streaming, which was made by NECA and Seven Buck Productions, which is The Rock's company. So he's helping out with that, and in the trailer you can actually see the Biker Mice from Mars make a cameo, and some of the other things like from NECA. So I'm very excited for this comic, for the Power Lords to kind of get back out there. I thought that was a really interesting 80s cartoon when I discovered it, and it's fun to see that they might be putting out more product for it. But those are the comics that I think look incredible this week. Like always, stop at your local comic shop, pick up some comics, and just have some fun. In our creative corner this week, we have a look at a Transformers fan mode creative person that takes Transformers that don't necessarily have base modes or other modes and makes them. So I find this really exciting because when you got your module city formers and stuff like that, and you put them all together and you got some gaps, and you're like, I wish I had some smaller buildings. Well, this creator at module_toys on Instagram, which I have the link in the description down below for their profile page, takes Transformers that don't have a base mode and gives them a base mode, or if they have a base mode, gives them a really cool alternate base mode. So here are some that I kind of caught with my eye that I thought were really cool. There are still a lot of other cool things on there. There's also some Battle Beast photos and some other Transformers oriented robot themed stuff, with that of like different characters and stuff like that, and different franchises that kind of connect to Transformers. But the things that I caught my eye were this really cool Transformers Legacy Blitzwing into base mode. Then there's a really cool Armada Megatron from Legacy turned into a base mode. And then the really cool one that I thought was awesome is they took Shadow Striker, that also is Sideburn. I think that's the name of the female character that uses the same body as Sideburn. They turned them into a gun turret, which is really cool. So I'm like, well, now you can kind of like have your Sideburn as an Autobot gun turret with a little Battle Master on it, and it could be like a little gun turret / tower for your mini bots. But there's just all kinds of cool stuff here. There's also like some fan made like combined mode like monstrosities, like this purple one here with what looks like Grease Spit, I think it was, the female Junkion Decepticon, and then the Brunt mixed together. They have the recipes on their individual posts when you go to their page. Just some really cool fan-made stuff. So definitely check it out if you're a Transformers fan, if you're a Battle Beast fan, if you're a fan of, turning your toys into other things that they aren't necessarily meant to be. It's just really fun stuff, and I wanted to cover it here because it caught my eye this week. And that about wraps it up. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. If you're feeling generous, share it. And thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye.